Hello to everybody in a digital anomaly and welcome to this video. As you saw in the title, this is an art tour video. So since I'm pretty close to 200 subscribers, I figured I might as well just have this as like a little checkpoint to go ahead and show you guys a bunch of different art stuff I've done and things that I'm planning to improve upon while I am doing this channel. So hit that subscribe button or I'm going to put you in a painting Super Mario World style and let's just get right into it. First off, the thing right behind me, as you can see, this is a painting that I just made. Like, it was such a nightmare to make this. Because it was supposed to be like, oh, my 20th birthday, blah, 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 how do I feel? I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Like, honestly, I could just like... Ugh. Okay, I'm not strong enough, never mind. You can stay there, I guess. And I mean, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you, a lot of my painting are this weird, like, bluish, green, edgy style, like... This is one that I'm really proud of right here. It's actually, like, 3D where you can go into it. And these butterflies right here are also 3D. It's supposed to look like it's, like, exploding. Like, even the little, like, red divots, like, you can put your finger in that. The butterflies I didn't make, I just straight up got like stickers from Dollar Tree and I had them in my room and I was like, you know what? Edgy. And that's how I made this. And then speaking of edgy 3D paintings, this is another one that I made. So this is a little origami heart with a foam clay eyeball on the inside, just some random blue background. And then I put, I believe with hot glue, I'm obsessed with hot glue, and just putting random shit on canvas. That it's got, what does it say? They will be grateful that you cared enough to make it. And then it's supposed to be all, you know, edgy. All my paintings are super edgy. I don't know. Which brings me to the last thing on canvas, which is actually the first ever art piece that I ever made for this channel for my Art Tips That Suck video. Do I still have that up? I don't know. But this is, again, just like the one behind me. It was really just a cluster. I was just talking and doing something at the same time. Somebody that does like art therapy or psychology is someday gonna just read me and be like, oh, the reason for these colors constantly is because of an indication of... I don't fucking know. Also, don't look at this. This is a pimple. This is not my regular face. Ignore it. Oh, shoot, which reminds me, I have another one that I'm super proud of. Give me a second. So I actually do have a couple, like, things on paper. This is the first one. It's supposed to be edgy. This is what my teeth looked like before I got Invisalign. So, yeah, I don't look like this no more, but this is supposed to be me and, like, you know, my edgy era. I don't know. This one I'm still super, super proud of. And I, like, honestly love it. It used to be my old channel logo until I decided the blue was the way to go. But this is just like, honestly, I've even thought about getting this as a tattoo. It's just like, I don't know, I'm super, super proud of it. It's just, oh, the vibes. The vibes. And in a similar tone around the same time, I made it to where it was just my face gone and holding on to it. I still like this kind of like color scheme where it's like the undertones only, not the actual skin. I'm still a big fan of this. I might return back to this style. And then in the 2021 Walton Files pandemic phase, I drew a lot in that art style. I drew every character just as practice, and I even like tried to draw my own furry characters in the back just to practice. Because I was doing art commissions at the time, and I was like, you know what, if I'm trying to make money, I want to do all avenues. And I think furries are already like pretty chill as is. So, like I said, might as well tackle all avenues. I mean, not gonna lie, I feel like I do pretty good. So, I mean, I usually don't do commissions, but if you're seeing this and you want to hit me up, go right ahead on the Instagram. Oh yeah, and then I've got some back here. I've got Markiplier in the man bun phase, and then some furries. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Jack Walton. I don't remember. And then body, and then hair. I forgot how many frickin' furries I made. Some frickin' furries. Some frickin'... that one's kind of cute. And then Shaw, I was trying to like make it my own art style by this point. I think this was Friday Night Funkin', like as a joke. And then just practicing right there. Oh yeah, and then on the back, sorry, I almost missed it, is whenever I was doing my old, like, TikTok, wanted to have different masks, be different characters, kind of like Sanders sides kind of situation. So, main mask, blank, secret me, and then this. Which, all these guys are going to come back later, but as real masks, so stay tuned for that. And then speaking of, I've got my little character sheet for whenever I was drawing myself. Kind of cringe, but you know, it was a thing I was doing. Try to make my own brand. Ooh. And then again, practicing furries. And this one is super cool. I was trying to practice like regular cute animals, but this right here was me practicing drawing lizards. And then, where is he? Where is he? Is he right there? Where is he? There he is. That's Chunky, my lizard. And then this is other sketches I was doing, which something funny is that to take art commissions, I was using Cash App at the time, and I wanted to use a Cash App card because, you know, I was young, didn't have a bank account yet, and so I had a Cash App card, and the reason why I have this is because I was trying to trace it so I could have, like, Chunky's head on the actual card. He is forever. He is beyond all forms of man. He is the Chunky baby. So, I mean, like, I feel like that's pretty accurate. Something that I'm also thinking about doing is that as, like, a little, like, I love him way, I'm gonna get a tattoo for him. Oh, hello. But I'm gonna get a tattoo on my body with his skull, just because I think that is really cool. Do you want to stay up here? I think he's good up here. So now that we've gone through all of the paintings, let's go through the masks. So first of all, this one right here is the OG. It is so old. I am pretty sure this is like 6 or 7 years old at this point. I made it with scraps. And by scraps, I mean I made it out of cardboard, paper mache, and I didn't even have black paint. I didn't even have that. I didn't have access to go to the store. I didn't have my own money. So I straight up just got regular water and charcoal, like charcoal pencils, and just graded it down and did so many layers until it became this color. And then the inside is just an absolute mess. Like, it's so gross with all the paper mache and the glue and everything that I tried to do. Just wild. And for some reason, I can't find my Plague Doctor mask. If I have any, like, photos or videos of that, I'll show it. And then the next one in line, which was kind of like my experimental phase, was this one. I originally named it Sin, which is, again, edgy teenager. And these little gas mask parts right here, they were originally gold, but I decided that the color scheme just didn't match all that well. And this was supposed to be like my scary, angry, mean, powerful character, which, I mean, it looks pretty goofy for the original. But as my skills progressed and I started, like, you know, getting actually good at this, I created the updated version, which is missing a couple teeth now because it's, again, very old, but I honestly think this looks way cooler. This one isn't fully, like, original like that one was because I got this part right here and this part and, like, the glass. And the overall just, like, bones of it from a Spirit Halloween mask, like, you can see it back here. But, I mean, it still looks really freaking sick. Like, this is, I think, one of the best masks that I've made. I'll show you the other one that I'm also super proud of. And then we've got this one right here, which is literally just straight up supposed to be plain. Like, no face, blank slate. Like, if you make a character and they got no face, that's what this is supposed to represent. And during my little rebrand, because a little fun fact about the original mask that I showed you first, it was based off of this, like, what was it called? I think it was like some kind of festival wooden mask, and I was super afraid that if I ever got popular, I would get in trouble for copying their design for the mask slightly. Like, I'll show you the original, they're super cool, but like, I was so worried, and also because I was like, oh, well, if people ever do fan art, I don't want it to be hard to draw, because in my little like online groups, people were struggling. So I started with this. And it's supposed to be just some black oil spill tears. I put some rainbow glitter on it just to make it fancy. And that was it. But then I upgraded it so it would be a bit more comfortable and like round for my face. And this one I'm super proud of because it's got like the black glossy. And also what I did was this, I actually melted some iridescent clear sticker paper on it to give it that shiny look. I should have gotten powder, but I didn't have access to that at the time and I didn't really know how to use it. But now I film with my face fully showing, so I don't really have to worry about that anymore. And then the final mask that I've got for you is this one. I've shown it a couple times on this channel just because it's the most recent. This is, once again, the Bones of a Spirit Halloween mask. It was a copper skull, and then I changed it just because I liked the mouth movement to where it's like this creepy version of like my features, but like too much plastic surgery or like as a doll, something. And then it's got these little things right here. So you take that off, so it's like extra spooky. But that's the last of the full masks. The last thing that I have that I like actually wear are like two super small things. Give me a second. So the first one are these Ghost Leviathan horns, which did not work all that well. They are way too heavy. And they ended up breaking on the headband I used. They just looked goofy. I was trying to make something quick. I was gonna make a whole helmet, but I was lazy, and I'm not super proud of them. And then the other one that I made, where is that? Who am I? Give me one more second, I'm sorry. Is for a video that is no longer up. I think that the shorts version might be up. But Pony Express, I made a little like tag for my shirt because I was role-playing as somebody eating lunch on the Pony Express. And this is just literally some foam and some random cheap pin I found in my junk drawer and some paper. Super, super simple. I just threw it together. So, that is a bunch of the old stuff I've done. And obviously the BMO that I've got in the background of every single video, this is also something, one of my favorites that I've ever made. And hold on, what's this? Love you, baby. Thank you for being patient with me. But this is like the full around BMO, put it on the back. This is an interactable, and like I used some clear film right here, and the buttons are cardboard, but nothing else is. I just did that because I was super afraid of the paint smearing. And I mean, I'm super proud of it. Again, like I honestly, I can tell the difference. Like when this and this are right next to each other, I can tell the difference in progress in my art style, which, again, I'm proud of it. Which, I mean, I wouldn't be making this video if I wasn't proud of it. And I also had my origami phase. This is just an entire jar of origami stars and butterflies that I made. So, not super interesting, but again, showing off everything. I'm a crow showing my shiny things. But now it's time to go on to the things that I've made for this channel. And that means that we gotta say goodbye to the chum bum. He gotta go back in. It's almost his bedtime, so say you love him, say you miss him. He's going back in here. Bye, baby, I love you. So, first of all, we've got this, one of the super recent videos that I've made at the time of filming this. And you should probably watch that video. Honestly, it's super cool. But this is supposed to be like an animatronic and like a Five Nights at Freddy's, Five Nights at Candy's, Garden of Ban, Poppy Playtime, that kind of genre. This is supposed to be my original character version of it. And again, watch that video. All I'm showing you is this. I'm not explaining the rest of it. It was weird. And then we have got the mermaid spell from the I tried being a mermaid for a day because I'm running away from my responsibilities. And I've just got the necklace surrounding it, the little pendant, the apple juice container I used because I'm unoriginal and lazy. The glitter and everything I tried to use, again, I wasn't using the right thing. I don't feel like spending my money just randomly because most of my videos are just straight up on a whim, so I'm like, alright, what do I have in the house to do this? So you can like kind of, I can't even show you. I would have to like do a top-down video. I'm lazy, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's supposed to be sparkly, but it's not because I failed. And then we have poor old Theseus. This is my man-made horror beyond comprehension. You can see his little caution sign. And he's actually held up pretty well on my bookshelf. Like, he's gotten a little bit of warping, and I didn't paint the bottom, because, again, I'm lazy! But, yeah, just to give you a little rundown, because I already told you to go watch one video, I'm not gonna give you a whole I mean, I could give you a whole playlist. But, basically, he's an alien that showed up on Earth during a nuclear war, and society decided, hey, we're gonna use you to go out on the fields because we're horrible people. And then we have the failed puppet. You saw my video about why puppets are so scary. This was the end result where I just hot glued fangs, horns, and eyes to a sock. And I didn't know what to do with it to like show it in the background because I wanted to for the sake of funny. It's just straight up an Arizona can. You can ball on a budget. Never let those AI weirdos tell you that art is inaccessible. So, for context, another department, they like bought a spooky bouquet, and again, I don't like spending money. I'm a cheapskate. So I made my own. I had some old fake flowers around from a Renaissance costume. I had, again, an apple juice container because I was obsessed with these at one time, and then some red construction paper. So I like sprayed fake blood on them, made little ghosts and eyes. Then also some skulls, yeah, some little skulls that are somewhere. I think this is super cute. I'm still really proud of it. It's very simple, but again, I like it. I would definitely do it way different if I made it now. And another thing that I ended up doing for work was Crunchmas. I love him. I'm looking at you with neurodivergence in my eyes. Look at him. Look at my boy. He started originally just as a joke sketch that I made on somebody's desk, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make him. And even for my coworker that is obsessed with Bucky Barnes, I made a version of that for her, which if I've got a photo, I'll show that here. Honestly, guys, like, be honest with me. Would you buy him? If I made different versions, would you buy him? Next Labubu? Next Labubu? I mean, honestly, I might make that a video on my own where I make just a bunch of different variants of him. And then something else weird I've got is I actually made my own tarot cards at one point. So, for context, I'm spiritual in the way of better safe than sorry. Like, if a Native American tells me not to whistle at night, I'm not gonna fucking whistle at night. I can't even whistle and I wouldn't even think about doing it. Like, even if I could, I wouldn't. Somebody tells me to throw salt over my shoulder before walking in a room, I'm doing it. I'm not risking it. So I just decided, you know what? I'm gonna test this out. So I've got a personal deck, and then I've got one that's store-bought. I can't tell which one's more accurate, if either. It's just for funsies. If it's right, it's right. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Whatevs. But now, unfortunately, we reach the final piece. Well, final pieces, which are these guys. So what these guys are is kind of like a Pictionary situation where I got given for a Christmas present or birthday, I don't really remember. I was like 11 or 12. That I was given just blank guys with stickers and markers. That was it. And these are the guys that I made. I made just an ink blot and then some guy that honestly might predate Fear from Inside Out, so this is the OG. But honestly, I always keep them around because I feel like it's a representation of the fact that this whole art thing has always been a part of me. Now, I've been drawing for as long as I've been able to hold a pencil. And unfortunately, with the whole like AI, all that stuff, it's super hard for me to get back into digital drawing, commissions, or just even regular just 2D drawing in general. And the reason why these guys are so significant is because it shows me that even with the smallest amount of resources, with just marker, you can add your own touch to anything. Art is subjective, art is for everybody, anybody. If you want to do it, you can. Even if it's just squiggles on a wall, that is art. We've been doing it since cave times, since probably even before that. And with this art tour, it is a promise not only to myself, but to you guys that I will continue making this art. Even as the world gets hard, even as it gets scary, even as there's threats to take over the industries and not respect or pay anybody in this industry, I'm still gonna do it. Why? Because it's for me. It's also for you because I'm making a channel, but that's not the point here. My point here is that there's always going to be a place for real human artists. Whether that is the next Picasso or, like I said, squiggles on a wall. Honestly, I think the most human art of all times is just some random words in a bathroom stall. Art is meant to be a representation of emotions, experience, feelings, all of these difficult things that you otherwise can't describe. Like these guys right here, and this, and honestly a couple other things that are in here, I made during a really difficult time in my life. And although I'm out of it now, I'm still making random edgy bullshit. Because I still have those feelings, and I still have things to work through, to grow, to improve. That's just part of being a person, especially now that I'm getting used to being an adult. Like, I honestly didn't even expect to be here this long, and now because of the lizard right behind me, I know I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But with all of that sappy stuff in mind, I hope you guys create anything you love. I hope that while I create what I love, you join me in this digital anomaly, and I will see all of you next time. Bye-bye. Also hit that like button to give me sweet, sweet dopamine. I forgot to say that in the original video. Bye!